Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Jay. I'm here to make a video about the 2020 election results and the drama that's going on so far. Last night was a really crazy night, guys. Um, a lot of unexpected things happened. Everybody had their predictions. Everybody had their favorites. Some for Trump, some for Biden, and we still don't know who the winner is. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, when I got up, I heard that Donald Trump made a victory speech, but then they said it was premature. He comes out and declares himself the winner, and he hasn't won the election yet. He just won Texas and Florida. Votes from Pennsylvania and votes from Michigan and Wisconsin hadn't come in yet. So how are you declaring yourself the winner and you didn't win yet? It was a crazy night. People were saying that Texas was going to flip blue for Biden. People were saying that Arizona might flip blue for Biden, which it did. And people were worrying about Florida and Georgia. And the vote is not still in Georgia, but it looks like President Trump might take the state of Georgia by a very narrow margin. Now, some would suggest that is because of voter suppression in certain counties um, that are heavily Democratic and heavily African American, that they might be suppressing some of the votes. That's a theory out there. I'm not saying it's true or not. I don't live in Georgia, so I don't know if that's true. But that's very historic anyway, even if Biden loses it, because just the mere fact that a Democrat came close to winning Georgia, uh, winning Texas, or winning any of the solidly red states that always go red in almost every election is tremendous. Virginia, as well, that's a traditionally red state. It went for Biden. Arizona really shocked me, and Arizona, I believe, is because of not only the pandemic, but um, uh, demographic shift. There's a lot of Hispanics coming into Arizona and shifting the politics to a more democratic base. And also because, well, John McCain just died a little over a year ago, and Trump was adversaries with John McCain, and John McCain as a senator was very well respected in the state of Arizona, so it flipped for Biden. But votes are still coming in. Biden may still pull it off. It's possible that Biden could be awarded the presidency as the votes come in. Obviously, like I said, this was unprecedented. Never happened in U.S. history before. Um, that there was so many mail-in votes. There was an electoral tie um, and problems with counting in Florida in 2000 between Bush and Gore, where it had to go to the Supreme Court. But Florida is not a toss-up state in this time it's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is the toss-up state. Whoever wins Pennsylvania wins the election. So um, Pennsylvania is the state that we're watching closely to see who takes it. Um, Trump is in the lead there. President Trump is in the lead there, ahead of Vice President Biden. But you never know what could really happen. I mean, Several votes could come in later in the day, and just Biden sweep it, and Biden come in and make his victory speech, and Trump would have to bow out in humility. Even after he made the speech at 4 o'clock in the morning, he made the speech 4 o'clock in the morning talking about he won Ohio, which is good because a Republican cannot get into the White House without winning the state of Ohio. Never has in history, and that's a good sign for President Trump. But the fact that he's flipped several states that went for him in 2016 and that traditionally go for Republicans and that went for Democrats is a bad sign for him. But he did well. Speaking of the Hispanic vote, he did well with the Hispanic vote in um in Florida. Better with the Hispanic vote in Florida than he did in 2016. They the backing of Jorge Masvidal, Little Pump, and other famous Hispanic rappers from the Miami-Dade County area really helped him get that uh, the Hispanic vote, not just the Cuban vote. People say, "Oh, well, it's traditionally Cubans. They're going to vote for Republicans anyway. They always do." Not just them. There's been a lot of Venezuelans, Nicaraguans, Colombians that have come into the area in Hialeah, especially southern Florida, and it helped to switch the vote, increase the voting pattern in that area. And like I said, the Hispanic population had a tremendous effect on Texas, almost flipping Texas for the Democrats, particularly the Mexican American population, and they had an effect on Arizona, flipping Arizona for Biden. So on both sides, the Hispanic vote really, really showed out. Hispanics on both blue and red side came out and represented for their side and made a big dent in who wins and who didn't win. Because um, President Trump has been a contentious figure in the Hispanic community. The way he started his campaign, calling Mexicans rapists and really going after the Mexican American community, so that really made them hate him. Also, in in the 2017 Hurricane Maria debacle, his failure to help Puerto Rico, throwing towels at them, and really acting arrogant and conceited and condescending towards Puerto Ricans caused many of them to flip for Biden in many of the areas, particularly where they live in Pennsylvania and New York, New Jersey. Um, Hispanic entertainers that really came out for Biden as well, like Cardi B, helped to get Biden some of the Hispanic votes. And President Trump's actions towards women really caused a lot of women, suburban women, to flip for Biden. So, we're not dealing with two unknown candidates here. We know Trump, we know Biden, so people pretty much know their track record. But like I said, with the Hispanic community, they really will determine the future of this election on both sides. They flipped Arizona and they flipped several counties that were pro Hillary in 2016 to Trump in 2020. So they really flipped both sides, the Hispanic community, and both sides really played to Latinx or Latino Hispanic entertainers and celebrities. So, what I mean? Yeah, that's it, guys. It's still drama. Still, a lot of people that I know are Biden supporters, they still have hope that Biden will take it. You know what I mean? We just gotta wait and see. You know, nothing like this has ever happened in history. This pandemic was unprecedented. The way they debated um, remote locations was unprecedented. The way that first debate was crazy. You know, the celebrity involvement, the celebrity endorsements that we've never kind of seen before in any type of election. You know, like I said, especially with the Hispanic community, where both guys really knew that the Hispanic vote was really crucial, and both guys tried their hardest to pander to the Hispanic community. Despacito with Biden and with Trump with various things, and it worked. You know, peace.